Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. There was an emergency meeting for all the youths in the southeast, and those who were in attendance were Ohanes and Debo Youth, National Youth Council of Nigeria Southeast, Nigerian Youth Congress Southeast, National Association of Nigerian Student NANS, and other youth leaders of Southeast extraction. All of them were in a meeting, and the communique of the meeting is out, which we are going to read out to you. Shocking in the list of these recommendation or the communique is that the federal government must unsubscribe the indigenous people of Biafra. And also, they have talked about the issue of insecurity and how this can be solved. And we're going to be looking at the complete communique as it is being released by the youth group. But before we do all of that, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, this communique is actually an outcome of the expanded Igbo youth stakeholder meeting comprising of Ohanes and Debo, as I have said before, National Youth Council of Nigeria Southeast, Nigerian Youth Congress Southeast, National Association of Nigerian Students, and other youth leaders of Southeast extraction. Having considered the state of the nation, the increasing state of insecurity, the overall development of the Igbo nation, it is hereby resolved as follows. 1. The heightened insecurity in the southeast, which has resulted in the loss of lives of our people, security agents, and property, is highly regretted, and we deeply commiserate with the families of the bereaved. We therefore call on southeast governors to synergize and liaise with the relevant stakeholders, especially the youths, to address the current security challenges in the southeast. We condemn in totality the wanton destruction of lives and property in the southeast and call on the perpetrators of these criminal acts to desist from such forthwith and seek for a proper means of airing their grievances. Number 3, as a step towards genuine peace and reconciliation championed by Ohanes and Debo, the federal government and southeast governors should, as a matter of urgency, unsubscribe IPOB, that's Indigenous People of Biafra, as a terrorist organization. Furthermore, we call for the release of all political prisoners of Igbo extraction. That's a strong one. We call on the Southeast governors to encourage community policing by strengthening and digitalizing the local vigilantes. 5. We hereby unequivocally align with the resolution of the Southern governors and call for immediate legal framework for immediate implementation of the resolution. 6. There is need for quarterly interface between the governors of the Southeast and the youth stakeholders so that the issue of zone will be regularly reviewed. 7. We call on the Southeast governors to fully implement the recommendation of the NSAS panel report, especially of youth development. 8. We call on the Southeast governors to review the laws of their various state security council committees to include critical youth stakeholders. 9. We call on the Southeast governors to fully implement, support, and fund community policing committee as constituted sometime last year. 10. We further call on the Southeast governors to adopt business-friendly policies to attract Igbo investment back home in Ala Igbo. 11. We urge our businessmen to consider and invest massively in Ala Igbo. And 12. We reiterate, for the sake of fairness, equity, and justice, that every political party should zone their presidential candidate to the southeast. And 13. We also unanimously resolve to convene on all important youth security stakeholder summit to be held soon and to be an annual event to appraise the security issues. Wow, this is really unthinkable, I tell you. And there have been a lot of reactions coming in. But looking at the content of that communique, you will see that it is all encompassing. And I feel that the federal government and the Southeast governors needs to look into it seriously. Now, guess what? I feel it's so wrong to underestimate the recommendations of this youth. Don't forget that the future belongs to the youth. Yes, and 2023, if it will still come, because they have a lot of fight against it, but if it will still come, certainly the youth will want to be at the forefront, fighting for a lot of things. You know, this story of Nigerian, because of political sentiment, bringing in people who are not qualified enough for governorship, for state, or for whatever reason is absolutely wrong. You understand? At this point, I feel that everyone who have heard about what these guys have said need to give serious consideration to it. Now, the tumbles on the list, which most Nigerians are overly interested, is the unsubscription of indigenous people of Biafra. I know very well that if they are unsubscribed, there's going to be a huge calm in the southeastern part of Nigeria. You know, these guys, for me, I believe they should be given the treatment of freedom fighters. Allow them to agitate. Call them into the round table. If you feel that this country, the more people are supporting the unity of this country, they are not supporting, self-determination for the Ndibos, why not give them a chance? In form of referendum, let's go into a kind of election for a national issue like that and see how we can vote so that we know our standpoint. Now, they talk about the issue of releasing political prisoners that have been put in prison. Hey, all of that should be given a consideration, because if we truly want peace in Nigeria, there is need for us to visit some of those things that are pressing right now. Imagine what is going on in virtually all parts of the country. Battle here, and shockingly, this thing is not happening like what is happening between Israel and Palestine, whereby it's between two countries, but it's a case of internal issue. For once, can't we become one people, live in peace? Those who want to secede, you allow them to go. Those who want to stay, you allow them to, stay. I watched a documentary on United Arab Emirates. I was so shocked that despite the fact that these guys have multiple people staying with them with different ideology, especially religious ideology, these guys are still living as one. I mean, when I saw it to a point whereby Muslims will be with Christians and there's no issues, they were living in peace and all of that, I was like, when will Nigeria get to this? If as just brothers, you understand, we are having communal clashes, we are having issues that can be resolved without struggle. I mean, so why is all of this fighting? Imagine the issue of ranching that we've been talking about severally. What does it take for the federal government to say, hey, from now henceforth, these guys do not want you guys to be gallivanting around with your cows and all of that. There is a new and modern way of doing things, and we push it forward. Nigeria will be at peace. Nobody will be fighting each other again. You understand? Everyone will be happy with each other than for us to keep postponing this thing and look at it as if it's a must that they must be roaming around with cows. That's why the situation is getting worse by the day. I hope that the federal government will look into some of this recommendation and give considerations to it. That's what I'd like to leave it. Go to our comment section. Let us interact. What do you think about this heavyweight and strong will communique from the youth emergency meeting in the Southeast? Let's interact.